And joining us here on the Red Devils live stream, here in the pregame show, it's Red Devils senior Sarah Erb. So Sarah, we got one against Pingry today. Time for some revenge. What did you learn from playing them last time that you guys can apply for today's game?
So in our last game, it was definitely an even match game, I'd say. I think that we definitely have a lot of opportunities to score and to win the game. I think that we have to watch their striker, number 10. She's probably their best player. So I think that if we contain her, which I think we can, we'll be good.
Tough schedule for you guys to start, and it's been a slow start for the Red Devils. What have you learned about yourself through the first part of this season?
I think that one of the most things that stood out to me that our coaches have said is we have to recreate the team from last year and not go off of what last year's team was. We have to build our team for this year. And I think that's what we've really been trying to stick to this year is creating our own identity for this team.
Now, Sarah, as somebody who's been on this varsity team now, year number 4, you've been around for some good times and the bad, and frankly, a lot more good times. How do you draw from your experience that you can maybe share with some of the other girls?
Yeah, I think that it always helps to stay positive, and throughout the years, you've always seen us be positive because we can come back from those games that we're losing, those tough games. So staying positive, I think I've carried that through my years and tried to encourage the younger ones to also carry that through their years.
And what have you liked best about this year's team? I know it's been a little up and down, but what have you seen that you like best?
I think our chemistry is just unmatched. A lot of us have been playing since we were really young, or at least have been in the same program, seen each other around for a really long period of time. And so growing up with these girls and then getting to play with them for my last year has just really been great.
And that was Red Devils senior Sarah Erb. Stay tuned for the Red Devils against Pingry.
It's a rainy day here on Stewart Field, and we have girls soccer action coming your way on HCTV. The Hunterdon Central Red Devils will take on the Pingry Big Blue in their second time this year in the season. Hunterdon Central lost to Pingry last time 4-2. They look to bounce back and make it a 1-1 series this season. Central 3-4 on the year, Pingry 3-3. Two teams that are both trying to get above 500. It should be a good one. Brad Morano here with Mariah McGill. Mariah, Central coming off a win against Watchung Hills. It a good game. Now they're 3-4 on the year, looking to go to 500 at 4-4.
Absolutely. That Watchung Hills game is definitely going to provide some momentum for them in this game, and I think winning against Pingry can help them boost their momentum further.
Yeah, so once again, the Central team is 3-4. They're 2-3 in the Skyland Delaware. They're 4th place in the Skyland Delaware. Their 3 wins have all been shutouts, 3-0, 2-0, and 1-0. And scored 9 goals in the season, have allowed 17. So had some games where they allowed a couple of goals, but seemed to be a decent defensive team. Players highlighted are like Lauren Vanilla, Lila Parenti. Laura Vanilla committed to Montclair State. Lila Parenti committed to Scranton. Pingry also has some great talent as well. A lot of people that can score goals for them, including Maya Nuhid, 7 goals, 2 assists, 16 points on the year. That's someone to look out for on the Big Blue. And it should be interesting to see how both these teams match up.
Absolutely, and recently committed was Olivia Krowicki to Marymount University as a center back.
Yeah, so 3 players for Hunterdon Central, both committed to colleges, playing at the next level as both teams getting ready to start and go on to center of the field. Head coach for Pingry, Tom Worthington, his first year of coaching the girls soccer team. Pingry has 12 goals on the season total, 11 goals allowed last year. Rough season, 6-9-1, but they're looking to bounce back this season. They won their latest game against Sparta 3-2. They're also 2-3 in the Skyland Delaware, like Central. Because they beat them, they have the tiebreaker over them in their 3rd place, with Central being 4th. So the game starts, and here we go. Central and Pingry girls soccer. Pingry going to start off with it. Once again, Pingry has a good amount of girls that can score goals for this team, and ball goes out right away. So now it's going to go Central's way.
The turf is definitely going to be a little slippery as it's raining outside.
Yeah, rainy day. Yeah, like you said, going to be slippery. They're going to play through it. No thunder, so we are good to go. Central brings it in. Pingry keeps with it. Central and Pingry have played in a lot of sports the past couple of weeks. In boys soccer, Central beat Pingry. Girls soccer looking to do the exact same. At the midfield now, Pingry brings it back. There's number 19 for Pingry. That's Callie Stern. That's 2 assists and 2 points on the year. Now Central. That's Parenti being guarded well. There's number 18 for Pingry. Alyssa Hamed. 1 goal, 2 assists, 4 points. Number 28, Lala Monas, who just kicked it, a sophomore. Both teams trying to get it. Central has a hold of it now. Looking to get the first goal. Ooh, almost had a good look there for number 2, Angela Tenor, but couldn't get it. Ball doesn't seem to go out yet. Now it does. Almost got opportunity there for Angelina Tenor, but good defense by Pingry to block an early goal opportunity from happening. Only 2 minutes gone by so far. 2 40-minute halves.
Tenor has 2 goals in the season, 4 points to her name. Great opportunity by her, just went a little too hard and wide.
Ball's on the edge to our right. There's number 25, Lulu Brennan, who had it. She has a goal on the year. Pingry keeping the pace going. Good passing game they got back and forth. Central is going to counter that. There's Parenti. Once again, Central trying to get a goal early on, but Pingry, in the first couple minutes, has played good defense, bringing the pressure to the Red Devils. Ball goes out. Central brings it in. Abby Gavon, number 15. 2 goals, 3 assists, 7 points on the year. Very good player for Central. Now ball at the midfield. A lot of Central players near it. Central on the offense attack now. Gavon once again brings it right back to number 19, Aaron Johnston. Now Central once again another good opportunity, but it's easily picked up there by the Pingry goalie Ellie Solomon. Had 8 saves against Immaculata. Looks to save more in this game. A save there, but good job just scooping it up.
Absolutely, that was a great save. The ball was just targeted right to her, and she just immediately got it.
So now Pingry will bring it in on their side, right near the midfield. Johnston kicks it, but there's no Central players near at all. Pingry will have an easy advantage there. It's number 24, Lucy Waterstra, had 1 assist and 1 point on the season. There's Cindy Ellsworth, 3 goals on the year, bringing it up to the midfield. Tried to get it to Alyssa Hammond, could not.
The rain is just impacting passes because it's just too slippery and the ball's just having an easy chance rolling off the field.
Ball's tossed in, goes out. That was targeted for Tenor, couldn't get it. Now Sydney Ellsworth brings it in for Pingry. And good defense by Tenor. Pingry's right back on it. Good kick by Johnston to give it to the other side. Now Central looks to bring it up their way on the attack. Doing a good job bringing it up, but Just too many Pingry Big Blue players on there to get anything to go. Ball goes out. Pingry will have it now.
Central's been trying to get good offensive drives, which they have. It's just their passing has just been getting intercepted and blocked by so many Pingry players, which is excellent on their part, but Central just needs to figure out where to pass it to and get those lanes.
Now here comes Ellsworth. Oh, had a good opportunity there. Number 18, Hamid. Bit of an inaccurate kick. Had a good opportunity for a first goal. The ball goes out, but a good offensive look for the Big Blue. Look to continue to do that.
That was a great duel by Sydney Artache against Hammond.
It looks like Pingry is going to get a corner kick here as number 4, Catherine Patton, is going up to the corner. Not sure if she's kicking it from there, if the ball was placed there. It looks like she's going to kick a corner kick. Yes, she will. So a big opportunity for Pingry here with 33 minutes into the game. Couldn't get anything there. Too high of a kick. There's number 24 for Central. Lila Hopkins has a goal and 2 points on the year.
That was some great defensive play earlier on that corner kick by Hunterdon Central, quelling that attempt that Pingry could have.
Tightly guarded is number 10, Maya Nuhid. One of their best scorers, 7 goals on the year already. Oh, maybe a good opportunity there for Ellsworth. I don't think Ellsworth expected the ball to get that far to her. Unexpected there, so Colton scoops it up, and now Central will have it. Colton has 12 saves on the year, has allowed 2. Tenor, bit of an accurate kick, goes out. As we're almost 10 minutes into the first half. Pingry bringing it back to the midfield. You see the pressure from the Red Devils, not allowing them to keep a slow pace and pass back and forth. Ooh, good opportunity there. That was really good speed by Maya Newhead. Had a good opportunity, but the kick was just a little too slow in time, and now Central will have it.
Great defense by Lauren Fasinelli, number 9, junior captain for Hunterdon Central Red Devils. 3 captains out on the field: Hopkins, Johnston, and Fasinelli. Correction, Gavand is captain, not Johnston.
Pingry has some more to work with here. Here's number 18, Alyssa Hamid, on the corner, and that went out. Could not keep that in, so Central has it now. Colton brings it up. Here comes Central now with some room to work. A lot of Pingry Big Blue players. Bit too high of a kick in the air. Pingry brings it their way. Once again, on their side now, it's a bit too high. Ball goes out. They seem to keep trying to get Alyssa Hamud on a goal here. She keeps running up to that goal area, but the kicks just aren't working yet.
This game has just been a game of a stalemate, passing and back and forth. It's just passes are just not going each team's way.
Good defense by Ellsworth on Parenti. Ball's in good goal territory, but I don't think Tenor's going to get there in time. Yeah. Wasn't really an intended kick to get to that goal area, so Tenor didn't expect that coming, and Solomon just easily scooped that up. Now here comes Ellsworth. High kick, but there's no one there. Defense by Artashi. Lulu Brennan, number 25, had it. Whistle blown. And now Central will have it.
Fasinelli will drive the ball into play.
Fasinelli's a goal and assist, 3 points in the year as well. Ball up in the air. Johnston kicks it right to Solomon. Pingry playing good defense in Central's offensive game, not allowing anything. Still early, but doing a good job, and both teams doing a good job at applying pressure early on. You can see the speed from both teams.
Absolutely, and Central's been able to get the ball into their own zone, and not their own zone, but their own offensive zone. Just they can't just get the right proper setup and passes.
Seems that Brennan intended to kick it. Ball does not go out, but Artashi is right there. Good job giving it right to Colton to reset things, and Colton does a good job. Can Monas keep it in? No, she can't, but a good job by Colton to reset with that kick. Pingry will have it still.
Great attempt by Monas trying to keep it in. Great defensive cohesion by Hunterdon Central. It's a team game, soccer. You just have to rely on each other and have trust.
Ellsworth fell there, so couldn't keep it in. Guarded tightly by Tenor. Gavand kicks it. No one near there. Solomon clears it out.
Another wide pass from Hunterdon Central, but great chances trying to get it up the field.
Whistle blown. Looks like Pingry will have it now. It's kicked to midfield. It's intended for number 10, Maya Nuid. Nanoa, he will have some room to work with. She's got Hammond there as well, but good defense by the Red Devils to stop it. About 15 minutes gone by. 0-0 still. Both teams playing good defense and applying pressure. Pingry has a good opportunity here. Ellsworth tosses it in. Central applying defense. Pingry still has it, but once again, the defense of Central doing a great job. Here is Brennan with it. Brennan's guarded tightly by Hopkins. To our left, and the ball's going to go out.
Looks like Hopkins last touched the ball, and Pingry will have their turn of getting it back in the game.
Goes out once again, resets. Stern had an opportunity. Ellsworth kicks it right back to where it was. And goes out once again. So, again, good defense by the Red Devils. Pingry having some good opportunities. Had a corner kick, had a toss right near the goal area. But as you can see, once again, Central applying the pressure. Have not seen much on the Central offensive side yet. It's stuck with Pingry for most of the first half. Now it goes to midfield. Number 6, Addie Sanamesio lets that go right out. Pingry will have it.
Some good defensive pressure by Hunterdon Central. They just have to get something their way. offensively, but they've been doing so greatly so far on defense.
Solomon clears it out. Has no one near her. Ball's staying around the midfield, but Central maintaining most of the offense. Now it's on their side. And Gavan was in a fight with it, with Hamoud. No, there's Hamoud right there. Lalamone is on the run, and the ball's going to go right out. Couldn't get the speed and the ball paced well together. So it's going to go out. Colton getting a new ball, and they will have it now.
Great defense by Lila Mona is keeping Hamoud off the ball and making her basically have to play it out of bounds.
Good defense by Pingry, stopping it at the midfield. Ball goes out. Artashi brought it up, tried to get it to Parenti and Aaron Johnston, but too many big blue players there. Good job by Hopkins. He's bringing the pressure most of this game.
Hopkins has a golder name in the season. She's a more defensively minded midfielder.
Ellsworth is guarded by Tenor there. Gavan slips, a whistle's blown. So Central will have it. Looks like Stern tripped Gavan. So Artashi will bring it up for the Red Devils. Still scoreless, both teams. About 20 minutes left to go.
Artache represented the Dominican Republic internationally in soccer.
Yeah, good kick there. Parenti just had too many defenders around her, but a great opportunity there. Or a great kick to Parenti by Artache. But once again, the main issue is there's just too many big blue players around the person that's trying to score. So Solomon doesn't have it yet. No, the ball's at midfield now. It's past midfield. Now Central has a good play there on defense. Here comes Pingry now. Hamoud's guarded tightly by Artashi and Moniz. Good job getting out of it. Doesn't really have an opportunity as Artashi plays really good defense there. Kicks it out. There's really a foot race between Hamoud and Artashi. Both were going at the same speed, but when you're going at the same speed with a defender, it's really hard to get a goal in there, and that's what happened. Colton not having to do anything there because of Artashi.
Pingry has been awarded a corner kick and now will be kicked in by Catherine Patton.
It's the second corner kick of the game for the Big Blue. First one did not work. Second one, hoping to go through to make it a 1-0 lead. As we're reaching the 20-minute mark, corner kick is up. And goes right over the goal. Couldn't get it there. So now Colton will oversee everything. She's just going to lightly kick it to Artashi, and Artashi gives it to the other side.
Looked like Sarah Erb was the one who received that ball. Hunterdon Central basically made it difficult for her to get it into the net, so she had to just hit it over.
Yeah, Lila Moniz has some room to work with. Now it's going to be a race with Tenor and Ellsworth. Seems like Ellsworth has her beat. Goes out. It's going to be interesting to see who this goes off of. They're going to give it to Pingry.
It was a really close call. It was a really close call. It's like a tie. It was a tie between them. They decided to award the tie to Pingry.
Can't keep it in. Central has some room to work with. Gavan's guarded by Ellsworth and Stern. Goes out.
What I've noticed is Ellsworth has just been very suffocating towards our players, restricting them to the edges, being unable to create plays.
Yeah, Parenti. Good kick there, but had too many defenders around her to get the arc that she needed, so Solomon scoops that up pretty easily. As we approach the 15-minute mark, it's still a 0-0 game. Good defense by both teams.
Absolutely, and it's a little chippy out there, just some tripping here and there between the girls.
Ball goes right to the midfield. Ellsworth, once again, they just keep trying to get Hamoud on that kick where she runs to our right. Is always in a foot race with one of the central defenders, but the kick just isn't seeming to get accurate, or maybe Hamoud is not fast enough to get there. They keep seeing to try that play, and it's just not working.
Yeah, and Alyssa Hamoud has 1 goal, 2 assists on the season, which equates to 4 points to her name. Just a sophomore on varsity. She's been doing pretty well this season for herself and her team.
Pingry has some room to work with, but that was just too much power on the kick by number 50, Sadie Salmon. The freshman has a goal and 2 points. She had Green ahead of her, but too much power on the kick led to Colton just being able to scoop that up pretty easily.
2 or 3 saves to Colton's name to the game. She's definitely had...
Yep. Look at this, Hamoud. Oh, tried to give the assist there to number 10, Mai Nuahid, but couldn't.
That pass was perfectly blocked by Gavand. And Gavand has 7 points to her name, 2 goals, 3 assists.
So it's the third corner kick of the game for the Big Blue. Catherine Patton, the senior, will kick it in.
Patton has been the primary person who's kicked corners to Pingry for this game.
And that goes right over the goal. Yeah, Hopkins and Brennan right there. Ball stays in, all the way up in the air. Whistle blowing there. It looks like a shove. I think that was Hopkins. Too hard there. No, that was Aaron Johnston.
Definitely some gritty, chippy defense from the Hunterdon Central Red Devils tonight, as they have a bit of a fire under them. They have to beat Pingry today to even up the series and hopefully be at 500.
Yeah, you know, win here for Central, put them at 4-4 in the year. Win for Pingry, you put them at 4-3. So Pingry goes above 500 if they win. Central goes to 500 if they win. Pingry kicks it in once again. Colton didn't fully get it, but gets it in time to save any goal from happening for Pingry.
Great IQ play by Colton, just being able to receive that ball quickly after dropping it for a second. Herb is getting into the corner.
Ball goes out. Fight for both.
The poor Gatorade thing.
So now at the midfield. Once again, both teams can't seem to get a hold for a full offensive drive. It's been sticking at the midfield for a couple minutes now. It's right near the goal. Oh, Central, a big missed opportunity. Tenor had some room to work with, but with Ellsworth guarded tightly by her, so no goals.
Ellsworth has just been suffocating our offensive chances so far with her teammates. So she's definitely been a player to highlight for the Pingry Big Blue.
Ball goes over Pingry. Colton kicks it right back to the midfield. Watersturt brings that out. Ball goes to Pingry's side. Noah hit is guarded tightly by Fasinelli. Fasinelli, good job on defense. Pingry still has it. And a whistle blown.
Nearing the 10-minute mark in the first half.
Yes, Ellsworth was offsides on that, so Central will be gifted the ball now. Here's a good opportunity for Pingry. Oh, it barely misses. That was number 10, Maya Nual. It has 7 goals on the year. We know she can score. The ball just a bit inaccurate. So it remains 0-0 with 12 minutes to go.
She also has 2 assists to her name, giving her 16 points in the year. It's Pingry's most dominant scorer. Definitely someone Hunterdon Central needs to look out for and quell.
Tenor has green ahead of her, but Ellsworth is right behind her. Tenor keeps it, but she doesn't really have anyone that she can pass it to. Good job by Ellsworth on the defense, so Pingry will have it now. That's blocked by Gavand. It's back and forth between both teams. Now ball's going towards the midfield. Pingry has it. And that's going to go out. It was intended for Noah Hid. Couldn't get it.
Good defense by Lulu Brennan, just preventing that opportunity for Hunterdon Central. Artache and Erb playing good defense in the corner.
Yeah, the ball went out there. 10:30 left to play in this first half. First half going by really fast just because both teams are back and forth. Game hasn't really been slow. Not a lot of whistles have been called either. And Gavan tried to keep it in, couldn't. 10 minutes left to play now in the single digits. Tenor blocks that easily. Pingry keeps it. And that hits the field goal post. Couldn't get it to go. That goal shot was Kelly Stern, who has no goals on the year. That would have been her first. Can't get it. So now Colton. Just going to kick it right to Sarah Erb.
Sarah Erb has an assist to her name in the season.
Also has a goal as well. 3 points on the year. And as it goes to Central's side, there's just no one there for the Red Devils to get any goal opportunities, so it goes right back to the midfield. Sarah Erb's right there.
There's been a lot of back and forth passes, just a lot of deadlock between these two teams. They can't just make a move on the chessboard.
Now here comes Ellsworth. Ellsworth bringing it up. Overseeing her options. She's got Hamoud on her right, and that's who she gives it to, but whistle blown. Can't get anything there. So now Artashi will bring it up.
She's been doing great defensively so far in this game, making it nearly very impossible for them to score.
Yeah, both teams playing good defense. Still scoreless here. 7:50 left to go in this first half. Raining pretty hard now. So here comes Aaron Johnston. Can't get it. Ellsworth has some room. And great job here by New Hahid. Just being able to get past so many defenders. Can't get it to go.
Shot goes wide. Colton tried to receive it to shut the ball, but like I said earlier, it went wide. Pass intended for Smith just went wide.
Whistle blown and push goes Central's way.
With 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the half.
Ellsworth right on that, brings the ball right back to where it was. Just back and forth between both teams. No one really can officially get it on their side. They get it on their side for a sec, but as you can see, it just goes right back to the midfield. Ellsworth's right on it. Pingry maybe looks to get something here. And Central stops it pretty easily. Ball goes out.
With an eighth left in the half, it's just been a deadlock stalemate for both teams as they just keep consistently going into the midfield, having some slight chance in their own zone for offense, but so nothing's really converting.
Colton picks that up easily. 5 minutes left to go in this first half. It's scoreless at 0-0. Seen some opportunities for Pingry to get something, but good defense by Central. And a whistle blown. It was Aaron Johnston and Number 19, Callie Stern, both number 19s. In an exchange there, the whistle blown, and Pingry will get it.
It'll be kicked from the 22-yard line.
Mainui, he will kick it from the 22-yard line. Another opportunity for Pingry. With minimal time in the first half, they can get a goal here. They could potentially be up at halftime 1-0. Wahid's kick, just way too high, goes right over the field goal post.
It would be good in the NFL, but not good here.
So Colton Bentley kicks it to Herb. Central has only about 3:30 left. Goes to the midfield, but there's just no Red Devils players. It's interesting because Central seems to kick it to their side a lot, but there's just no one there for them. So it just allows Solomon to easily pick that up. And now Central has someone to work with. Tenor has plenty of green ahead of her. Big goal opportunity and just goes over the goal.
That was a great opportunity by Tenor. Just the kick was a little too hard and up. But if she just had it slightly less powered and more up, I think she would have gone into the net.
Yeah, she had plenty of green ahead of her. It was just really between her and Solomon and just too high, a little bit above the goal. Remains scoreless with 3 minutes left. Pingry now will bring it up. They are now looking to score. Good defense by Central. It's on our right. Goes out. And it looks like Central will have it. It was last touched by Pingry. Now near the midfield. Monas is on it. Gives it right back to Herb. Herb. Too high. Pingry's right on that. Solomon will grab it. With now 2 minutes left.
Only 2 minutes remaining in the half. Not really much each team can do in this time.
Ball stays in. Good opportunity here. Here's Tenor. Had a goal opportunity earlier. Trying to get past defenders. But guarded too tightly. That was number 24, Lucy Watersturt. Guards it well right there. It's now the final minute and 30 this half. And goes out once again. Monas tosses it in, looking for an opportunity. She's going to go right back on it with number 50, Sadie Selman. Good job by Pingry, but it's going to stick with Central in the final minute here. Pingry passing it back and forth while the Red Devils apply pressure. At the midfield, goes right back to where it was. It's a race between Gavand and number 27, Sophia David Kanin. 30 seconds to work with. Central's got to hurry up here. Perhaps maybe can get a goal at the last second to make it 1-0. But now there's 20 seconds instead of 30. So 10 seconds gone by.
18 seconds now.
And they're bringing it back with 10 seconds to work with. So not sure what's happening here, but Central is not going to seem to get anything off. It's going to stay at the midfield in the final 5 seconds, and it's not going to be enough time for neither team to get anything. There is a whistle. The clock is at 0.00, and it looks like that's going to do it for the first half. So a scoreless first half between Central and Pingry and girls soccer. Both teams getting opportunities, but the defense playing well It'll be interesting to see if the defense can still play well or get tired in that second half. We'll be back for second coverage here on HGTV.
And joining us here at halftime on the HCTV live stream, it's Devils senior Sydney Artachi. Sydney, senior year, how has the experience been like all the way through playing for the Red Devils for you?
It's definitely been a roller coaster. There's been a lot of ups and downs. Being on JV my freshman year, it was a lot different. And then coming into varsity my sophomore year and not really getting as much play time as I hoped, it was a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. And then my junior and senior year, now being in like that leadership role, it was kind of a big change from all the other years. And it's really amazing to now be in the position to help other people who may have been in a similar situation to me and let them know that like it's not the end of the world and you have to keep working in order to see those minutes and get that time on the field.
And Sydney, you mentioned roller coaster. This season has been a little bit of a roller coaster for you guys. A slow start, uncharacteristically, albeit against a tough schedule. What have you learned about yourself in those wins and losses?
Definitely that I need to start taking this season like it's the last one, because it technically is for us, and a lot of us know that this could be the end of our soccer careers. A lot of people aren't going to play in college, and I think it kind of just started to hit us as we started losing those games and realizing that we aren't in as high of a ranking as we were in the previous years. So after those tough losses, we've definitely come together as a team, and we've made some changes. Our practices are a lot more intense now, and we're all just focusing on lifting each other up through mistakes, and hopefully we're on the uphill after this.
With that bar being high, hey, this is Red Devils girls soccer. We have quite a history. How hard is it to play up to that expectation?
Especially with our schedule this year, it's definitely been a lot harder, I will say. But honestly, with the effort that everyone puts in, we're doing our best, and I think we're doing a great job. So.
And that was Red Devils senior Sydney Artachi. Stay tuned for second half action.
And we're back here on HGTV with second half coverage. It is Hunterdon Central girls soccer, the Central Red Devils against the Pingry Big Blue. And in the first half, it was scoreless 0-0. Both teams had some opportunities to work with, but just couldn't get it because both defenses played really well. Mariah, what do you think Central needs to do in order to win this game?
First and foremost, they have to get somebody home on their side to receive those passes instead of having just Pingry players being there. And secondly, I think they just have to get more good passes and not get stuck to the sides of the field by like Ellsworth and the other Pingry Big Blue. But as I want to say earlier, there was trivia in this halftime show, and the question, who had the most World Cup goals in the ladies division? And that is Marta of Brazil with the record of 17. If you guessed that, you're like me. Congratulations, you were correct.
And Tenor had a good goal opportunity earlier in that first half. Just a little too high. It was a one-on-one really between her and Solomon, but couldn't get it. Pingry had many opportunities. They had lots of corner kicks. They had lots of areas where they had number 18, Hamoud, on a run, but either the kick was inaccurate or just wasn't fast enough. So both teams have some opportunities. Maybe in the second half they will fall down. Central will start off with it.
Absolutely. I've been noticing Hunterdon Central has been really, really spectacular so far at defending those corner kicks. Those corner kicks are lethal, and they can provide a good opportunity for a team.
And a whistle blown, and it's going to go Central's way on Pingry. Sadie Summon was guarded tightly. Pingry now gets out of it. Have some room to work with. And Hamoud wasn't turned to the right area, so now Central will have it. Moniz trying to get it out. Stays in bounds. There's Tyrone on it. Or Tenor. High kick. Sadie Summon can't get there in time. She keeps it in though. But can't get anything now. Here's Lila Hopkins. It's back and forth with Pingry playing good defense. Pingry passing it back and forth, keeping it slow. Whistle blown. That's going to be on Pingry.
Great defense behind Central as Pingry trying to encroach in their zone. And now Lauren Vassanelli will start it out and pass it to Artachi.
It's a high kick to the other side. Guarded by Pingry really well. Johnston kicks it up in the air. Hopkins and Parenti are on that. Ball's going to go out. Nope, keeps in with Big Blue. Sticking around at the midfield, both teams can't get a full grasp of it. Really good plays here by Nawahi, just getting out of traffic. Manages to do that again and again. Looks like maybe a goal shot, but not enough power in that. Pingry's maintaining the offense. Goes to the midfield. Water stretch right there. Central last hit that ball. Pingry will have it.
Some good defense played by Lila Hopkins and Angelina Tenor in the corner, trying to keep it out of their own zone and trying to get Pingry off balance.
Both teams going back and forth with it. Sarah Erb gives it to Hopkins. Hopkins is tightly guarded. Now at the midfield, Parenti. Right back to Givan, and Givan right back to Parenti, but couldn't get a hold of it. Pingry's right there. And they're going to reset and kick it out.
That's what I've been noticing earlier, is that Hunterdon Central has these good long stretch passes in the midfield that they just can't convert in Pingry's zone and get an offensive play going because they kick it, it's too far ahead of their own player and nobody's home, and then Pingry is able to recapture the possession.
5 minutes gone by in this first half, still scoreless. And the ball goes out. So Central now will have it. Looks like Krowicki tried to get a hold of it but went out. So in the game that Central won against Watchung Hills, Gavand had a goal. Sarah Erb had 1 assist. In the game where they lost to Pingry earlier on the season 4-2, Parenti and Gavand both had a goal. So in the first game Central and Pingry had, it was high scoring 4-2. It's the exact opposite of this game, with it so far being scoreless at 0-0. However, there's still plenty of time for a lot of goals to be scored in this game.
Absolutely. To piggyback off what you said, just Hunterdon Central has to have a good game this one, a good clean game as a whole. They need to be able to score and pass effectively and create themselves chances, because they've been just passing. Nobody's home on their offensive zone. They just need someone to be there to convert and cause havoc for Solomon in net.
It's at the midfield now, more so towards Pingry's side. Ellsworth bringing it up, gets past the defender. Now here's Hawin. Oh, gets good save there by Colton. Oh, looked like Salmon tried to capitalize off Colton being down and get a goal, but couldn't go in. So the ball goes out. Good defense by the Red Devils. More specifically, Colton on the save.
Yeah, absolutely. Hunterdon Central has just been pretty good on defense so far. They've just been very tight on their game as they're trying to get up to 500 and even have more of a good momentum shift for the rest of the season, taking more wins than losses.
It's a whistle blown. It's going to be on Pingry, so Central brings it in. Erb to Krowicki, but Krowicki gives it right back. Ball gets blocked. It was going to go to the midfield. Now it is. Pingry once again trying to get something. Once again, a great job by Nawahi, just getting out of pressure. Ellsworth. Sadie Salmon, ball's right next to the goal, but good defense by Central. Sadie Salmon maybe had something going there. And it was kicked there by number 25, Lulu Brennan, but Colton gets a good save once again. Ball didn't have enough power in it to really try to get into that goal.
Brennan has a goal to her name in the season. And it's just been really, really tight defense so far by Hunterdon Central. Great save by Colton. That was a pretty high danger, high risk play out there.
Pingry keeping possession, but now Central comes the other way. Here's Hopkins. Good defense by Brennan. Salmon's in a race with Johnston. Good defense by Johnston. It goes out.
Looks like Central is going to keep it. Really good offensive battle between Lulu Brennan and one of our players earlier in the game. It's just a sophomore going up against a senior, Lila Hopkins.
Ball goes up, and it's going to go out. With 30 minutes left to go, 10 minutes gone by in this first half.
Looks like a corner kick has been awarded to Pingry.
Yep, corner kick. It's the fourth corner kick, the first of this half for Pingry. Fourth in general. None of them have connected yet. See if this one can. Interesting what they did. They did almost like a give-and-go corner kick, but did not work in their favor at all. Now Central's bringing it right up. But now Pingry gets it right back. That's Nawahid once again. Nawahid's just done a good job at getting past so many defenders while being under pressure. Ellsworth looks for Salmon but can't get it. And that ball's easily scooped and picked up by Emily Colton.
As you were saying earlier about Nawahid, she's just been playing like a veteran for this entire game, being able to evade defenders really well. And that's what you want in a player that's a junior or a senior. You need them to act like a veteran and just do everything right for this team and play drive like Ellsworth and other players.
Ball goes out. It's been on a couple times. It looks like Central brings it in now. Goes out once again. Just seems like neither team can keep this thing in. It's going to go closer now. Notice has to work with, but it's offside. It's a whistle, so now Pingry brings it. The whistle blown, it seemed like they thought Lila Monas was offsides, and now Pingry will get it. Solomon, high kick across to Pingry's side. It's a race for it. It goes out. That was Catherine Patton to try to get it. Just didn't have the speed for the speed the ball was going at.
Krowicki trying to drive a play and asking your teammates to run up just to give the team a better chance to convert something.
Hopkins has it, but once again just guarded tightly. Now it's a foot race. I don't think Krowicki sees someone behind her. Now she does. Nawahid high kick, but Colton's right there.
Great stoppage by Colton, just trying to get her team to reset, trying to help them get into good positioning to convert to something on their own offensive zone.
So high kick to midfield by Colton. And just Hopkins couldn't get it. Just trying to just put her leg out to try to kick it. Couldn't get it to go. So we approach the 25-minute mark. 15 minutes played in the second half. Salmon kicks it over everyone, but there's not enough power in that and just too slow. Colton gets it up.
Good strong kick by Brennan and great job by Colton just to get the team to reset and get ready for the next play. Aaron got it.
And a whistle blown. Pingry was offsides, yep.
Also, Johnson pulled on her jersey.
Yeah, it looks like that was actually on Johnston because Pingry's staying where they are. Yes, that's on Central, actually, not Pingry. Or, no, it's...
First yellow card for Johnston.
Yeah, that's on Central. Yep, so yellow card for Johnston. Pingry will have it on their side now. Big opportunity here to make it 1-0. Really just seems like whoever gets the first goal is going to win this game because it's scoreless. And, you know, when the game is scoreless going this late into the game, whoever gets that first goal has most of the momentum and pretty much all of it for the rest of that game.
Absolutely, and Johnson's been in some penalty trouble in this game. She got her first card after pulling on, I think, Salmon's jersey.
Yeah, Nawahid.
Nawahid's jersey.
Yeah. Nawahid will now have a huge opportunity here for the Big Blue. And that's just too high, goes over the field goal post. Second time that's really happened where Pingry's had those opportunities, just too high on both. And Pingry has had so many opportunities. You know, they have the corner kicks, they have these types of kicks, and none of them just can't fall. And if they keep getting these opportunities, maybe one is bound to fall, but for now, Central's defense has been on point.
Absolutely. It's definitely going to be a challenge playing a man down for sure in this game, as having a man advantage is definitely going to be easier to create plays.
Look at this. It's a foot race with Hopkins. Hopkins has it, and that just goes way too high once again. Hopkins can't get anything to go. So that goal attempt by Lila Hopkins was just too high. It was going one-on-one with her and Solomon. Solomon not really having to do much there, but Hopkins could not get that to go, so Pingry will have it now.
Yeah, and Hopkins was feeling some defensive pressure from another Pingry player, so she had to get that ball off of her foot quickly into the goal area, but she just put way too much power into that pass.
Pingry going backwards. Nawahi tries to get it to Ellsworth. Now Hamoud has it. Hamoud gives it to Ellsworth, but too far of a kick. And that's going to be Pingry. Mones last kicks it.
Ellsworth has been someone to highlight for Pingry. She's been able to get into Hunterdon Central's head and create very difficult situations for them to get out of. And she's been just a big play driver for this team.
And Colton doesn't catch it, but gets it. That's what matters most. So Colton now going to oversee everything. Telling players to go far. You got Herb and Artashi right next to her. She kicks it high to our right of the midfield. Hopkins, just too light of a kick to Parenti for her to get to it, and it goes out. That bounced off Parenti, so Pingry will have it. Once again, Parenti, a Scranton commit, will play at Scranton University after she graduates from Central, has a goal and 4 assists on the year, which goes to 6 points.
Johnston checked back in the game after her yellow card.
Another interesting, there's no subs in this game for either team, and it seems that Lauren Vanilla is hurt because she's someone that's been playing the entire season for the Red Devils, so seems that she's out, and that's a big loss. Montclair State commit that has 2 goals and 4 points on the year. So when you're missing someone like that, you know, offense will obviously need to step up a little more.
Yeah, absolutely. Vanilla is definitely a devastating loss for this team.
Oh, yeah, and that's definitely a flag on Pingry. And Wahid basically just tripped over number 9, Lauren Fasinelli. No yellow card on it. But yeah, Nawahid goes right under. So because of that, Central will have it. Just a whistle, no cards, and Herb tries to get it, and here's some room for Central, but Solomon just gets that. It looks like Hopkins was intended, but just wasn't getting up there fast enough.
Tenor was just the one that was closest to it. She wasn't fast enough to beat Solomon to the ball, and I think the reason why he did not get a card is like it was her first penalty call of the night.
It's a high kick. Bounces off Fasinelli's head. It's at the midfield now. Here's Gavand. Given. Had a good opportunity maybe for Pingry, but good defense by the Red Devils. Goal opportunity. I believe that was kicked by
Nawahid.
Yep.
Great stop by Colton.
20 minutes left to play in this second half. It's scoreless still. 0-0. Both teams just can't seem to get anything to go. That goes out all Pingry.
The Marymount University commit Olivia Krowicki will initiate the play drive for Hunterdon Central.
Central getting it closer to where they need it to be now. Paranti is guarded tightly by Sadamasio. Goal opportunity. Oh, that's just too high. Abby Given had a great shot there to get it at 1-0. It was really just Solomon ahead of her, and that's all she needed, but it just barely too high, so it remains 0-0.
Yeah, it's just the pressure's getting to them. The pressure's just getting Hunterdon Central as they get tightly defended, and this hit it too high.
So Pingry brings it up to the midfield now. Ball seemed to win out, so Pingry will have it now. There's a scuffle there. Goes back to central side. Hopkins is in a race with 2. And great defense by Adi Santamasio. Krowicki and Salmon in a race. Stays in. Simmons, Nawahi. Nawahi keeps it in, but Colton is right there. Good job by Colton to save it.
She's been pretty much on point this game. She's been having everyone's number.
Yeah, and with a lot of Pingry's goals, it's saved by Colton. And with a lot of Central's goals, it's just either too high or too low. Solomon has not saved much today. She's done a good job at saving, however. Ball goes out. Defense by Moniz, now bringing it up to the midfield. Colton, high kick. Johnson's on it. Some room ahead for Tenor. There's Parenti. Parenti sticking with it. Very high goal attempt, and that's easily saved by Solomon. So now just over 15 minutes left to play in the second half. We're still scoreless at 0-0. So now at the midfield, neither team really can just get anything to go right now. And Salmon and Kuroki will scuffle there, and Pingry's going to stick with it.
Looks like Kuroki pulled in Salmon's jersey while in that scuffle. Gave Johnson some penalty trouble earlier, so just gotta be careful.
Big kick here for Pingry. It's Nawahid once again. This would be to make it 1-0. And Colton scoops it up easily. Good save by Colton.
14 minutes remaining in the half.
Salmon and Kuroki once again. It's Monis and Hamoud. Goes out. It was really close to who kicked that last, but Central will have it. Hamoud kicked it last.
Half is almost nearing the single digits. Currently 13 minutes, 11 seconds. Colton's been doing great so far in this match. She's not going to try and weigh out our options, hopefully get our players to go a little farther to hopefully drive something up the field.
Now here comes Central. Not enough people up there on midfield. Now it's a race between, it's like number 17, Vanessa Tankey. Number 24, Lucy Waterstret. So we're approaching the 10-minute mark. It's still scoreless, so with a scoreless game around, this could potentially go into overtime.
Yeah, it can, and there's going to be 2 10-minute halves in overtime. After that, if it still remains scoreless, Hunterdon Central and Pingry will potentially go into a tie.
Back to the midfield. Pingry's right on that. It's number 4, Catherine Patton. Patton's kicked a lot of the corner kicks for Pingry today.
It's been aggressive one.
Artachi bringing it up. It's just been a little bit more slow pace in these past couple of minutes. It's really just sticking around that midfield area. You know, for a couple seconds it'll go to Pingry side or Central side, but both teams are just struggling to find anything to go. So it stays in that midfield area for a decent amount of time. Pingry will have it now.
Yeah, it's been like a gridlock stalemate in the midfield. Players passing it back and forth, just no one seems to be able to get it their way and to convert.
Now here comes Pingry, Ellsworth, and Artachi are in a foot race, and Ellsworth touched that last. Great defense by Artachi. Been playing great defense all night.
Artachi came victorious in that foot race, causing Ellsworth to make a, I wouldn't say a mistake, but just kick it out of bounds. And it looks like Hunterdon Central is going to be on the defensive end of another corner kick, going to be kicked by Patton.
Yep, another corner kick opportunity for Pingry. They've had many of them today. It would be a shame if another one failed. Great job by Colton scooping that up. Another unsuccessful corner kick for Pingry. They're just really having a lot of opportunities, but they have not capitalized on any of them, as we are now in single digits. 9:50 left to play once again. If it is scoreless at the end, we'll go into 2 10-minute halves of overtime. Ball goes out. Last touched by Central.
And Ellsworth will bring it in for the Pingry Big Blue.
So at the midfield once again, Hopkins, she does have it. Just too much power on that kick. Parenti couldn't get there in time. Solomon will kick it to our right. That's number 4, Catherine Penn. Hopkins still bringing the pressure, doing a good job. It's going back and forth with multiple Red Devils. Gavan's on it. It's a whistle, and that's going to be on Gavan. Hamoud fell in an exchange. Yep, it's on Gavan. So Pingry will now have it. 8:40 left to play as the time keeps going.
This game has been very chippy, Brad. A lot of hitting, a lot of shoving, a lot of jersey pulling in this game. Hunterdon Central seemed to be the only one with a card called against them. That would be on Aaron Johnson earlier in the half.
Yeah, there was that trip that Vassinelli had. Nothing called there, but yeah, very chippy game between both teams. Obviously, the rain making it a little harder for both teams, perhaps maybe score a goal. It's been scoreless so far.
Yeah, I think the refs have been trying to keep some grace on these girls with the playing that they have for the chippiness. I mean, the range has been super slippery and making it easier for girls to trip and fall. $7:50 remaining in the half. Colton
Looks like she's ready to a high kick to midfield. She does. Parenti, barely saves that in. Now Gavand keeps it in. Whistle blown. And that's going to be on Pingry. So a big opportunity now for the Red Devils as we're at the 7-minute mark. This looks like it's going to be a corner kick. It will be.
It looks like the first one for Hunterdon Central.
And not exactly the corner. It's a free kick instead of a corner kick. Either way, a big opportunity for Central here. If they can get a goal right here and make it 1-0, that could be a game-sealing goal, considering the trouble that Pingry is having at the moment. So free kick here for Gavand. Oh, Solomon didn't get that, but it does go out. Looks like perhaps that could have been big for Central, because Solomon did not fully catch that, but it does not work. Pingry now has it as we are approaching 6 minutes left to play.
That was a good opportunity by Hunterdon Central. There was a lot of people in front of the net. Just difficult to get that ball through to Solomon. So, excellent opportunity.
Oh, as it barely just skimmed the goal. It just seems like nothing can go in for either team at this rate.
Yeah, Aaron Johnson just had to turn slightly around for that to go in. It was a good chance for Hunterdon Central. Just the luck was not on their side. Solomon foiled Hopkins' attempt in getting the goal.
5:30 now left to play. Now Solomon will oversee the field. It's a high kick to a right, and that just goes right out. Looked like that was intended for Kelly Lemansky. Has an assist on the year.
Lemansky hits it out, and Hunterdon Central gets a chance to get it up the field.
Now Parenti has it. Parenti's guarded tightly by Lemansky. That goes off Central. Parenti last touched that, so now Pingry brings it in.
Only 5 minutes remaining in the half. Only an eighth remaining in the game before they go into overtime.
So Pingry now bringing it in. Number 4, Catherine Patton brings it in. Now Central is right on that. Sarah Erb gives it right back to Gavan. Johnston looked like she had it. Not yet. Salmon and Hopkins. High kick by Salmon, and now it's a race. Ellsworth has rush room ahead of her. Ellsworth keeps it in. And that goes in for Pingry, so it's the first goal very late in the game, and Maya Nawahi gets the goal for the Pingry Big Blue. It looks like
That's a Pingry goal for the Big Blue.
goal for Maya Nawahid on the Pingry Big Blue goes right in. Colton was really on the other side of where that goal was going in, and a late goal to make it go up 1-0 for Pingry. And just not what you want if you're Hunterdon Central, because for Hunterdon Central, nothing's been going for them. So because of that, with Pingry being up 1-0, it's going to be very hard for Central to come back. Now here's Hopkins.
You didn't put the goal on.
Now Central has it. They got to hurry up with a 1-0 lead this late in the game. And that's just not what you wanted. It was a heartbreak because it looked like nothing was going to go in. Colton saves it, but the ball's still right in that goalie area. And Nawahi brings it right in. Wasn't sure if it was a goal at first, but then you saw Pingry celebrating after, and that's how you know it went in. So Nawahi, that's her 8th goal on the season, just continuing to just be a dominant force for Pingry.
Absolutely, and that's her 18th point coming in.
Yeah, she has more goals than games played. 8 goals in 7 games. Very impressive stat.
At least she scored at least 1 goal a game.
Yeah, just such too high of a kick by Hopkins for Parenti to get there in time. Parenti, though, gets back on it. Good job by Pingry. Kicks it out and resets.
Hunterdon Central just needs a Hail Mary moment to send this game into overtime.
.230 left. Pingry has it. Central needs to hurry up. They got to send all the pressure out on defense. And if they get it, they got to get players on the offensive side. That's been a main struggle with Central this game, is when they're kicking it to their side, there's no one there to get a goal opportunity. And that just lets Solomon pick it right up and get a high kick back to Pingry's side. So now here's Moniz. See Hamoud coming right up on her. Great job by Ellsworth. And Ellsworth's done just a great job tonight on defense, kicking it out, guarding tightly, just doing what she needs to do. Now the ball's in the air at midfield. There's Sadie Salmon. Salmon's only a freshman and has a goal. Here comes Hopkins. Hopkins has some room. But once again, the defense for Pingry just doing a good job. That was number 6, Addie Santamacio. Parenti. Oh, great defense. Ball was blocked there. And the whistle is blown. Clock is stopped at 1:28. No, clock's still going. So it looks like Central's going to get a big opportunity here. Lila Parenti is on the kick. And grateful to get this opportunity because this might be determining how the game goes. It's 1-0 Pingry. Parenti gets this in. It's 1-1. And this potentially sends it into overtime. Now less than a minute. Parenti, most important kick of the game. This ties it 1-1. And it wasn't in, but it went in. Did it go in?
It's a corner. That's a corner kick.
And the goalie kicked it. Now confirmation yet of what happened. There's 33 seconds. It's now a corner kick for Central. Looks like Parenti had a good shot getting that in. As it stands, it's... So right now there's 33 seconds on the clock. It looks like Central is lined up for a corner kick.
Thank you.
So the clock's at 53 seconds now for Hunterdon Central. So Parente's kicked and is not good, so it is 1-0. But now Central has a corner kick, so another opportunity for the Red Devils. Looks like it maybe went in for Parenti. No one was really sure, but as the call stands, it doesn't. Here's a corner kick for the Red Devils. Huge opportunity. Ball goes out. Good defense by Pingry. Moniz has it, but has so many Pingry defenders on her. Ball stays in. Central's got to hurry here. They can't let Pingry get it on their side, which is what's happening. And now if you're Pingry, you just got to manage this. That's a great decision right there to just kick it right to Colton. Colton's got to hurry, though. She's wasting some time here. And great job by Pingry. And wow, yeah, great defense by Pingry in that final minute, especially on that corner kick, just to bring it right back to the midfield. And now in these final 10 seconds, it looks like Central is just not going to be able to do anything. A heartbreaking loss for the Red Devils. Final 5 seconds. And that's going to do it. A heartbreaking loss in what was a scoreless game for most of the second half. A goal in the last 5 minutes by Maya Nuwahid sealed the deal for Pingry. Parenti's goal opportunity just couldn't get it to go. And now Central falls to 3-5. Pingry goes up to 500. 4-3. Pingry now 3-3 in Scotland, Delaware. Central now 2-4. Good defensive game for both teams, but Pingry comes out on top. Stay tuned for more on HGTV next week. Thank you for tuning in.